Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I'm Tina. Today I'm doing a book review of The Fireborne Blade by Charlotte Bond. This is a book coming out May 28th, 2024 from Tor.com. It is a fantasy novella. Apparently it's Tor.com novella review week for me because I just did another one the other day. This book was so much fun. If you like sword and sorcery fantasy with a hint of snark, this novella is absolutely great. What is it about? Kill the dragon, find the blade, reclaim her honor. It's that, or end up like countless nights before her, as a puddle of gore and molten armor. Madeline? I don't know. I'm going to call her Maddie. Maddie is a knight. There aren't many women in her line of work, and it often feels like the sneering and contempt from her peers is harder to stomach than the actual dragon slaying. But she's a knight and made of sterner stuff. A minor infraction forces her to redeem her honor in the most dramatic way possible. She must retrieve the fabled Fireborne Blade from its keeper, legendary dragon the White Lady, or die trying. If history tells us anything, it's that die trying is where you wager your coin. Yes, another book about dragons. We haven't had dragon books for a while, it seems. I guess publishers, didn't want to compete with Game of Thrones when it was a show, but they seem to be making a comeback now, which is fine by me. I've always liked dragons. This book was such fun. Without giving anything away, given how many books I read a year, twists often don't take me entirely by surprise. Yet, this book has a very fun and clever one that I did not expect, so bravo. Before this, it's a quest novella interspersed with backstory in an interesting way. We have Maddie's story to take down the dragon, Maddie's backstory leading to the present, and interspersed with these, random stories of other knights successfully or unsuccessfully fighting dragons. What's excellent about the latter is how they serve to broaden the world building, impart the danger of Maddie's quest, and are often sometimes funny. What we don't get is a lot of backstory of Maddie herself before her disgrace. While I'm not fond of army grunt training chapters in any novel, to be honest, I did wonder about that aspect of her life and her family life as well. We also learn organically how the world building functions, most of it from inference, though I did want a more regarding the political or ruling structure of the novel. We can't just assume that every fantasy takes place in a medieval feudal setting, so more on that would have helped broaden the world building, because I wasn't really sure. I was like, who's the boss here? Are there kings? Are there fiefdoms? How do these kingdoms connect? Do they war with one another? Like, who's controlling the knights? Are they shared by other kingdoms in this kingdom? I don't know. Anyway, tied to the setting, though, the novel also raises some interesting parallels between how women are treated in the novel and how dragons are perceived. We're meant to see the hunting of the dragons, especially how it's done, as unsporting and nonsensical, much in the same way women's exclusions from magic and knighthood are depicted as well. The linking of these two is quite well done, yet, and I'm going to stress this is just me and has nothing to do with my review technically, while I am all for stories of women overcoming sexism and patriarchy, this topic is a bit overdone in fantasy. It just feels like an easy mark for the genre, I guess, given most Western fantasy is set in a Western-based medieval world where we presume women were thought of as lesser. As such, we have a slew of fantasy books of women breaking into male roles, so this concept is not new. Is it still a relevant topic? Yes, I do believe it is. But I just find it lacks subtlety. As I said, though, this is not a flaw of the novel. This is just a I read too many books issue with me. I did see some other reviewers say that the ending was too abrupt, and I can see their point, but the swiftness of it worked for me. I think drawing out the story would have taken away the twist, but I also see how the quick-paced resolution left some unanswered questions. Then again, this is a novella. I'm assuming a novella series, given that they've already posted the cover of the next book. So it's highly possible these will be fleshed out later. That aside, the novella is fun, it's sometimes funny, it's full of interesting concepts, it has fun action, and I definitely look forward to the next one. So thank you very much to the publisher and to NetGalley for the e-arc. I really appreciated it. Also, that cover is really, really cool. It's so pretty.